There is nothing new under the sun, but Cardano's rise to $100 seems highly unlikely. Under normal circumstances, an increase within a cycle must be compared to past increases, and for Cardano ADA, a price projection of $100 is a feat that has never been seen. Only a massive explosion of the Cardano network will bring this feat to fruition. Is there a need to keep our hopes high for this unusual possibility for ADA? Among the cryptocurrencies, Cardano is perhaps the most interesting project in the long term, which is being developed from a scientific point of view and is unusually technically ahead of its competitors. Leading the crypto market with mouthwatering gains, Cardano has left the altcoin universe bewildered at its trail of its accomplishments. Combining pioneering technology with decentralized applications, Cardano was created to redistribute power to individuals. And with a fantastic array of engineers, the network parades itself to be the first platform in the space to be built on peer-reviewed research and evidence-based methods. Its greatest accomplishment is its brilliant consensus mechanism called Ouroboros. Last year, Cardano's promise to permit smart contracts on the platform caused a frenzy of attention for the cryptocurrency. It was difficult to determine how high Cardano would go, with lots of Cardano supporters pushing it heavily on Twitter. When the Alonso hard fork came live, Cardano was able to directly compete with Ethereum for new market share. As one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, Cardano is well positioned for a tranche of support. However, if Cardano is unable to solve its problems, it will have little to no utility, which will further limit its possibility of reaching $100. After repeated price dumps of cryptocurrencies over the past few months, Cardano ADA looks ready to unveil new price rebounds. The network has had more investor eyes on it due to its impressive holder statistics, the latest developments, and some intriguing indicator movements. Cardano's shark addresses holding 10K to 100K ADA have historically done a pretty good job at calling the tops, but it got dumped in February. However, Cardano hodlers have shown a decent level of persistence as it continues to grow despite the price pullback. Also, a few months ago, Cardano ADA holders who have not parted with their tokens for at least a year controlled 10.12 billion ADA tokens. This was the biggest amount of holdings since December 11, 2019. The metric illustrated a strong holder mentality within the Cardano ecosystem. Of course, the ball is clearly in the bear's court, but crypto investors routinely take to social media platforms to convince others to hold as well. These are just attempting to capitalize on the feeling of anticipated regret. Cardano ADA is still down from its record high, and for those who have held the token for over a year now are in the red. With the cryptocurrency's drawback from its record peak, holders appear to be reluctant about letting go of their investment, thus missing out on future returns. But there are so many things that need to be shaped in Cardano before investors can expect a skyrocket in price. The blockchain is yet to see a killer app of the likes of Uniswap. The launch of the flagship DEX SundaySwap was bedeviled with technical issues, and the most recent upgrade has failed to affect the price. Plus, the Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson is still fighting off slanderous accusations of trying to artificially keep the price of the token afloat with the help of buybacks. The ADA token concluded September with an overall bearish performance despite a promising start. Investors were extremely optimistic that September would give them light at the end of the tunnel. Probably the end of the tunnel has not been reached yet. Cardano ADA did manage to rally by 18% in the first 11 days of the month. It retraced and retested August lows and is currently worse. If history repeats itself, ADA might bounce from the same short-term support. Its performance reflects low investor confidence, and this explains why it has failed to attain a noteworthy upside despite its latest network upgrade. The absence of investor confidence has restrained plenty of performances and is confirmed that the ADA coins were less frequently traded in the past few days. Its 24-hour addresses metric also suffered the same outcome. The number of active addresses had tumbled dramatically. Considering Cardano's ADA performance in 2022 so far, these observations are not completely strange. Life is not always a bowl of cherries, and is not all doom and gloom for Cardano. There's also been some bullish activity with the ADA market value to realized value ratio. The ratio had bounced sharply, indicating the fact that some major purchases stood in profit after a slight upside. The uptick in the MV/RV ratio also confirmed that there is still a level of demand, which provides some insights on what to expect coming forward. As a result of ADA's current situation, the altcoin is in dire need of a catalyst to foster a return of investor confidence, and it remains to be seen whether the latest upgrade will sponsor that move. The Japanese crypto exchange BitBank also announced that it will soon list ADA. A listing on a major exchange like BitBank might be another catalyst for ADA because it will open an opportunity for more liquidity. ADA's current position might be tied to low investor confidence, but a change may be expected soon. The coin has historically gone through these terrible phases and has survived. One of the major concerns for Cardano has been the high rate of dumps rather than hold. In search of short-term profit, the Cardano investors dump ADA coins as soon as they make some profits out of it. For the ADA coin price to rise higher, more investors will have to hold rather than resort to dumping. However, is investor confidence high enough to justify the possibility of ADA reaching $100? Moving forward, the Cardano price started falling at a time when many other coins were rising. Investors' attention shifted to other networks such as Solana and Avalanche. These networks are characterized by extremely high transaction speed. In terms of speed, Cardano is yet to reach these levels of these modern blockchains. Now that we have seen the sharp losses drop below $1, many investors are wondering if the ADA coin price can reach $100 and exactly how long it will take. In the last bull market, we saw a rise from 10 cents, which was the low in the last bear market, to an all-time high of $3. That is an increase by a factor of 30. Here is how much cryptocurrency like Cardano can rise within a few months in a bull market. But these increases tend to decline more in subsequent bull markets. If Cardano continues its long-term evolution and becomes a more efficient blockchain than Ethereum, Solana, or Avalanche, the price could massively explode. Cardano needs to become a better alternative to Ethereum in the future, and with this, the value of ADA token would rise to $100. Despite this bullish forecast, there is still certain risk when investing in cryptocurrencies, but Cardano can witness an increase in value within the next 5 to 10 years. Every Cardano ADA investment should be based on a long-term strategy, and there is a need to invest in Cardano project with a significant level of trust and conviction. Despite the short-term turbulence of Cardano, the protocol remains one of the most popular investments for both retail and institutional holders. While the ADA coin price has wavered throughout 2022, the project is still compelling and building interest from longer-term investors and large institutions. This might not be evident, but it is taking place behind the scenes. According to data from Masari, transactions on Cardano have been steadily increasing over the past few weeks, following the successful Vassal hard fork upgrade, and they're at their highest level since early August. Another chart from Masari reveals that Cardano is the second most active blockchain, trailing only Bitcoin. The leading crypto investment fund, Grayscale, also has Cardano as its largest hold, accounting for 28% of the total fund. A crypto expert, Dan Garmendello, has represented a claim that Cardano will thrive in the next bull run. ADA holders, I think the last year leading to this current momentum was the toughest part. Now we prepare for the last leg of the bear market. It will be volatile and crazy, but the clouds will eventually clear, and Cardano will thrive in the next bull cycle. Stay strong and plan, he said in a recent video. Another famous crypto YouTuber, known as Guy, has also presented a bullish statement, emphasizing the fact that investors will look at the likes of Ethereum and Cardano in the aftermath when interest in crypto returns, and go since they were able to execute big upgrades flawlessly. We are not pulling lofty figures for Cardano ADA out of thin air. The network has proven that it is capable of playing big in the long term, so stay strong and plan. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let's have them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons.